I had just got married, and she invited me on the prayer line. She was like, "Hey, come on, get on this prayer line with me." I said, "What? Prayer line?" Okay. So I end up doing the prayer line, and with Andrew, and here we are. It's been 5 years. It's been 5 long years. Spiritual warfare. I tell people this all the time. When you start getting closer to God, you always get ready because spiritual warfare comes. And but I learned this in this battle. Um, when the devil can't come after you, he come after your children. And he can't get close to you. He coming after the love, the ones that you love the most. And the devil came after my son. Um, he's in prison. He got 25 years. Um, and we still fighting that battle today. Um, and I learned this too. More and more you go to another level in God, um, he go that devil in. So that devil is really messing with my son at this point. I just found out last week that he on drugs real bad. He's inside the prison. Inside the prison. Um, he told me that his meth is meth. That's he on, and that broke me because I'm like, come on, please don't do this to me, please don't. But I learned that whew, I learned that every fight ain't your battle, even as a mother, it's hard. It's hard because you want the best for your kids. Um, you want your kids to grow old and do the right thing. And what people don't, some people in here know, but some people don't know that my son was in the military. And he did. He had issues with behaviors as a young child. He was even born with serious depression at birth. And but I was a single mom, raising 3 kids on my own. So I knew by putting my son in the military and getting around other men and other, men to teach him how to be a man. Um, he joined it. He went enough to do basic training. He was in it. My family was so happy. We were so happy. All of us, we rented a van. We went up there to celebrate him. And he was the youngest one in that group who graduated from that basic training. And just to even see that, I was proud. But that day, that day that it was over with, he was like, "Mom, I'm going back with y'all." And I said, "No, Antonio, you need to stay here. You need to go wherever they want to send you. You need to go." And listen, I already seen it in the spirit. That's why I forced him to get in the military. He came back. It wasn't even 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I get a phone call from the police and say, "Hey, Mr. Roberts," at the time I was Roberts. And they said, "We got your son." I said, "For what?" They said, "For armed robbery." I said, "What? Wait a minute. My son's still in the military. What do you mean? He get a little money. What?" He said, "Well, we got your nephew and your son for armed robbery." Okay. So he went to court. Um, my nephew at the time was 14. Yeah. He was 14. And he took the plea deal. My son didn't. My son said, "Mom, I didn't do it. So why would I take the plea deal?" So he took it to trial. But they gave my nephew 15 years for taking the plea deal. My son took it to trial. And the boy stand came up there, the young black boy, they knew all of them knew each other. And he came up there and he said, it wasn't Mr. Roberts who had the gun, it was the cousin. But the DA said, make a zap out of it. And look, and everybody in the courtroom was white. Most of them was white. And I'm like, make a zap out of it. She said, give him life. And the judge looked. He said, nah, I ain't gonna give him life, but I am gonna give him 25 years. The boy came up here and said, well, him, why would you get my son? And the judge didn't want to hear nothing. He wanted to really throw me out the courtroom because I'm speaking up. And all my son can do is break down and say, Mama. But at that point, you didn't listen. When your mama told you to stay in that military, you didn't listen to me.